You have had some entertaining experiences, Ray. I didn't realize you were prolific.
Life. You got to get out there and do as much as you can.
Well, that's obvious. That's your tact. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep going and doing as much as I can. Right up until Carol kills me, because I know that's what it's gonna be. She's gonna kill me one way or the other.
That Domero stuff is like really awesome for poison ivy. You have to order it. Stores don't stock it.
Barry, put that up on the chat area if you want to see it.
Yep.
But it works great if it gets to the point, like if you don't get it treated before it starts blistering, that stuff will clean it up in almost like nothing flat.
That sounds like a good suggestion for Vicente. He's not
Well,
here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not gonna be able to stick around much longer, but I figure I'd go ahead and throw it up there. If he comes back, you guys can share it with him, because I got my security meeting here in a few.
Thanks, Barry.
Okay, Barry. It was nice talking to you again.
Yeah, I keep missing meetings. Yeah, you guys need to smack me upside the head.
Let's
Well, ask
see.
for volunteers.
Art can't hear us for some reason.
Try reconnecting, Art. We hear each other fine. Yeah.
Yeah, take your phone wherever you go if you're trying to get into the meetings. I figured out that that's just the only way I can do it. And it actually has helped me to be included in some of these meetings. So. Hey, Leroy, did you tell anybody what we kind of got to on the Omni wheel?
I did not. I did not say nothing to nobody about nothing. That's
Okay.
what I did this week. I was trying to remember what I did this week.
You stopped in and visited Ray for an hour. That's it.
It was a couple hours.
Okay.
It was a few hours.
Seriously, I don't like your behavior. Take that out.
You want to tell them about your Omni wheel stuff?
Well, I think we really came down to the idea that it's too expensive to try 3D printing wheels as a manufacturing method. But you know, for prototyping, it's okay. And that's it.
Okay. That was it.
The Mecanum wheel is very cool, but yeah, any way you go, it's too expensive to be 3D printing. You know.
Yep. Let the Chinese make them and sell them cheaply to us.
Yeah.
I honestly, I've been trying to remember what I did this week, and I think I went and saw you, and I opened up the storage unit and cleaned out a little bit of the storage unit. I can't think that I've done anything else. Art can hear us now. Maybe. I have no idea, Art. I don't know why this software does what it does. I can't hear you.
Yeah. Select your microphone again.
Audio.
Right click it and see what the options are. I can torture him now. He can't defend himself. It's time for torture.
He can just leave.
It's torture time. Yeah, it's safe. It's not safe here anymore, Art. Here's the death chart for yesterday. Yesterday we had a nice big jump for some reason. Usually one-day jumps are political in nature. I don't know about this one yet. Looks like Texas. I put the legends up here, everyone. Notice how busy I've been.
Oh.
And I've added Texas and Florida. Florida is yellow, Texas is green. So this is the past couple of weeks. And the green line is Texas daily deaths, and the yellow line is Florida daily deaths. And the yellow line you see there with the diamonds in it, if you can see that closely. And the green line with the diamonds in it is the 7-day moving average. And then we have the line, straight line approximation, or whatever you call it. It looks like Texas is not looking good right now, and Florida is about flat. So we'll keep tracking that if you guys can stand the excitement that is. And then next, I was still looking at Robert B. Parker's book. Pretty good book. If you follow Robert Parker. If you have a book you want to nominate, let me know. The news this week, if you want to know about the handbands and the digital use, handband information, this is a nice, oh, that's right, I can show it. Instead of just talking about it. We do need to not let people get away from my abuse. So there you go. Everything you wanted to know. They do break down the licenses and who has access to what. They do have the single sideband frequencies for 2 meters and the no FM frequencies for 2 meters. And it's pretty interesting for hams that want to know what their frequencies are. Happened to run across that this week. So let's go back to the previous one. And we talked about the power grid from Art mentioned the power grid. So it looks like it's just a unseasonably hot weather, huh, Art?
Yeah, it's apparently some of the temperatures in the last week have, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently in the last week, we've had set records 3 out of the 5 days, something like that. And the fundamental problem in California is that the population's grown faster than the infrastructure. As simple as that. California has a population growth rate that is probably in the top 1 or 2 states in the union. So, whereas in a lot of the states, particularly in the Midwest, the population's been flat or down. In the 40 years since I've been here, I think the population essentially doubled. So, and the infrastructure has not kept pace. This business of blaming solar is BS. It's just a red herring.
It gives them something to talk about.
Well, you know, if you're in the news business, you need news. So if you don't have any, you manufacture it.
Yeah. And they talk about the
So what's this?
two-dimensional materials for upscaled, ultra-scaled field effect transistors. Any guesses as to what that might be about?
I haven't read the article, so.
Yes, when they start talking about two-dimensional materials, they're usually talking about graphene. And I'll give you a hint, they mentioned graphene. It's about putting stuff on graphene layers and stuff like that. You see a lot of stuff. Graphene is really, we picked it out early, and it's really affecting a lot of things. We talked about the 5G and what's going on in 5G and the different kinds of 5G. We talked about the mid-band 5G and that sort of stuff. This millennial warning here is right above the link to how 5G works, the pros and cons. And this is a hoot. You can enjoy the people that are there is as entertaining and as good as the information. The information's excellent to tell you what's going on with 5G. And let's see what else we got. We've been doing Wix a little bit. The stuff we try to put stuff up that we talked about. Art mentioned the Yaboom coding Canon wheels smart robot kit, and I put the link up there to it. And you asked Art asked about where should we put stuff. And I guess if you want to put something up for discussion, that's what the Wix link is about.
I put last week. I put
I did find
our chat history up there too, dating clear back from when we started doing this. So some of it doesn't make any sense out of context, but it's all there.
chat.
Okay.
Is that a link to the chats? Or
No, if you click on that, it'll just show.
The top item.
I just copied and pasted the chat and put it in.
Yeah. Can we run it through?
I don't know. Sorry.
Right there, now. Wait. Hold on.
the girls are bothering you again, Ray?
Yeah.
I know it is. I have the same problem. Okay. So
So if
You wanna show us
if you
that?
click on that virtual meeting and chat history there, it'll just
Virtual-
show. It's just a copy and paste of all the chat history from Zoom.
The top one.
I don't see it. Is
The
it
top one.
the top one?
Top one.
That down, right there.
Okay.
There you go.
I can do this if it's not too hard.
So I put there that, our meeting, how to find us, and then down below that is all the chat history.
Wait a minute. They can actually see all the crazy stuff that I've been putting in there.
Yeah. No, I think the only ones I got rid of was all the Raccoon Live Matters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see what you're talking about now. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. So Art's right. We weren't really tracking that anyway. So now at least it's sort of trackable, but it doesn't make sense out of context. So,
The primary reason I was interested in is for the links that
right.
where you have links.
Okay.
I'm with you. But these two chat histories tomorrow when I post the videos up, I'll put them in there, and the links will be there, and that's it.
Very
It
good.
still won't make any sense out of context, but it will to us because we kind of know what's going on.
I'm not sure that is, explicitly true because some of us, we're not sure what's going on anyway.
I
Speak
said
for myself.
kinda. I did
Okay,
say kinda.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay.
There he is. There's Vicente.
Hi.
Oh, I did want to show you this. This is my Wi-Fi extender that I previously used before I went to the wireless access point. It turns out this is also a wireless extender. You just flip the switch that allows you to plug the cable in. It has a connector and you plug it into your router and bingo bango, it's same as my other. but my other is weatherproof, so I couldn't have used this. This is better than a Wi-Fi extender because you're coming right off your router and you're not using overhead. You're not using Wi-Fi overhead. Wi-Fi extender uses Wi-Fi to extend. So you're sending it here and it's sending it out and back, and it's got to go back. So using it as a wireless access point is cool. So yeah, I try to put all my links on Wix now, so that you can get to them. And now Leroy's putting the links up, putting the chat up, so that ought to be good too.
It's a good idea. We needed to save that somehow or another.
Okay, anybody else have anything?
I did actually order a book called Make Room, Make Room by Harry Harrison. And that would be the book that Soylent Green was based on. It's about overpopulation, which I'm sure Art can relate to. California, overpopulation.
Well, I don't think it's a matter of overpopulation. I think it's about under infrastructure.
Under infrastructure. A lot of people
Yeah.
and no infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this book was I ordered it. I haven't gotten it yet. It was written in '66, and it was about corruption of the government, and pretty much the same thing that Soylent Green was talking about, except not people.
Soylent Green was before that.
73.
Really? I just thought it was earlier than that. I remember my wife freaked out over it. I'm serious. She went apeshit over it. This is my ex-wife, okay? So,
Okay.
but
I
really scared the hell out of her.
I can look again, but I'm pretty sure it was early 70s.
That could be 73. I don't know. All those years back then kind of blur together at this point.
Yeah, IMDb says 73, but they are remaking it for this year. So there's going to be a new version of it.
I remember Charlton Heston was in there.
Yes, Charles Heston.
I want to get some new furniture.
And
I remember the scene when he eat a steak, I think, in the movie. Remember how was to eat meat when he was young or a kid. I remember.
I remember it was a great deal for him to be able to take a hot shower.
Okay.
So,
I have in my background is a picture that I take from the kitchen.
You're going to have to get cameras up in your backyard so you can watch the deers like Jim does.
No.
Oh yeah, there you go.
They are walking by the day around.
You need to get one of those access points so you can put cameras all over the place.
What the heck are you doing, Ray?
Security.
You may have to get.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I was putting some of my stuff away, but I think I'm gonna go walk and see if I can find some food because I'm starving. So yeah, I think some of the places around here that serve food, they close from time to time because there's no business. But if they know that there's going to be an inrush of passengers, they open up for a while. So I'm going to go find some food. That, or I'm going to find out that it's still closed.
talking about Soylent Green, weren't they?
It looks like it's still closed. But there's another distraction up here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
So
my
you're
lord.
looking for a Soylent Green shop?
I'm looking for new furniture.
New furniture. Oh, okay.
You got to watch the movie. You remember watching the movie Soylent Green and the references to new furniture?
I know what furniture is. It hasn't been all that long ago since I've seen that movie.
The furniture was the one female that was her job there.
Furnished department.
Furniture.
It was a furnished department is what it was called.
Furnished department?
No, she was the furniture in the apartment.
She was the furniture, yeah.
Department furnished.
Oh, okay. If you want the apartment furnished. Ah, I gotcha. Gail figured that out. If you start getting trivia, then Gail gets involved over here, guys.
And his Charlton Heston's partner was a book. He was simply referred to as a book because he had a vast amount of knowledge crammed into his head. And he would go to the exchange where other books would hang out and discuss various things. And it was the book that ended up proving that the Soylent Company was people. It's people.
It's people.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh,
Oh, no.
it's people's favorite food.
Couple of days late with that. Just saying.
Yeah, well, you know. Yeah, that I ordered that. I ordered the book that it was based on. I don't know if the whole movie was based on this book or if it was just partially based on this book because I've never read this book. But it should be here in a couple of days, and then I'll read it, and then I will know more about what I know nothing about.
If I recall, Edgar G. Robinson was in that also. He was the old guy who
He was
opted
the
out.
he was the book, wasn't he?
I don't know.
James Corey. Anybody ever heard of James Corey? James A. Corey?
I don't know.
He writes sci-fi. I just read a novella by him, and it was a 5-star. It's called The Churn, and it was about Baltimore in the future. And pretty good book if you want to read some sci-fi.
Baltimore in the future.
Baltimore in the future. What was happening is these were miscreants. These were unscrupulous people selling drugs and that sort of stuff. And all of a sudden, they were one of the guys who had some illicit materials with him. He had a terminal with him, which you had to read the book. And he just left the terminals going in a building, and the cops come and say, nobody moves. And it was out of the 237 people that didn't move because they made them freeze, they got like 7 or 8 people that they wanted. And it's about this guy and what happened to him. And if they get your identity, then they basically have you. If they get your chromosome map, then they basically can get whatever they need out of you. And this guy was unregistered, and he was doing criminal acts. So if you're a criminal, you needed to be unregistered. So the churn was occasionally they come in and clear out the town. They will, lock everybody up. They'll go through everybody, and they'll capture people like they did here. It was like a city block area on the street, and they just froze the area, and they checked everybody out, checked the ID of everyone, and then if you were unregistered, then they got a map of your chromosomes, and that was pretty much it. And then your buddies in crime would then try to kill you if they knew that they had your map, because you were going to rat them out eventually. And so it's a pretty good book. It's a novella. It's not a long read, but it's a little bit different.
What's the name? The name?
It's called The Churn. Let me. I'll show you that. Go there, and we do this, and we do.
Ray's got his hand up. Ray.
No, not me. Not me.
You what?
The
Ray's
Churn.
looking for food.
Churn is CHURN. The Churn. CHURN.
That says in churn butter.
Yep. Let's see. Let me drag that to another screen. There we go. And now I can do something interesting, maybe. There we go.
Cool.
And I'll put that, of course, in Wix. And we need to find a way to copy the pictures directly into Wix. You have to make a picture and upload it.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is, huh?
Yeah. That's one of the downfalls, but overall Wix is pretty good. So.
I know what I'll do. I'll put it in the meeting announcement next week for my book of the month.
For the month.
Okay.
Look at the deer.
And you can go directly to that meeting announcement anytime you want to.
See the deer behind his intake.
Yeah,
James Corey.
James Corey. Yeah, I've read several of his books. He's apparently a pretty good writer.
Edward G. Robinson was Saul somebody or other, Saul Roth in Soylent Green, and he was the book. He was.
Okay.
The other books were just referred to as books, but Saul actually had a name, so. But
How much longer we got left?
Still, it hasn't popped up yet. Not that I have seen.
What's it do? Pop up at the 10-minute mark?
Yeah. We're probably getting close. See, we started about 6:10, something like that. And we got 40 minutes, so probably another 10 minutes. Give or take. There, just popped up on my screen. So we're at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah. It popped up on my screen also, so I assume everybody got it.
I would have
Maybe not iPhone users.
well, yeah, mobile users may not get.
I heard it on your end, but I didn't get it over here.
The value of Apple, the company, is now over $2 trillion.
That's pretty sweet. Wish I had Apple stock.
Wish you had Apple stock when it was still affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
If
it's
I
actually
find some
more.
great investment, you guys want to hop in?
Do what?
If I find some great investment, you guys want to hop in?
Don't know.
From time to time, I look at the sheriff sales and stuff like that, and I think I found a typo today. If it's not a typo, I'm definitely going to go purchase some stuff.
Oh, cool.
There's some other books. Anybody recognize any of these authors? Oh, besides Stephen King. The Drawing of the Three.
Let's see. Oh, well, no.
It's a prequel, Gail said.
Looks like all of them are available on the Ohio Digital Library.
The three's a real long one.
Yeah, this is really a national thing. They have a,
It's a series.
it's a series. Oh, okay. But there are a bunch of them up there. That looked like it was a 4. Yeah, we need to look at Art's microphone. You might want to check your gain on your microphone, Art. Maybe you know how to get to your gain.
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
still a problem?
Yeah, you're still plucky.
Okay, let me back it down.
Your microphone cuts in and out a little bit too, Jim.
I'm running at 300K, so I'm surprised you hear me at all.
Yeah, I was going to say when your microphone does it, I'm sure it's an internet issue, not a microphone issue.
Could be.
Especially when you go to full screen, and especially when you show pictures, your microphone cuts in and out. So I'm sure it's an internet issue, not a.
Yeah, when I was scrolling around earlier with deer pictures and stuff,
Yeah.
you know, it came back and told me your internet is unstable. Really? Surprised I'm connected at all.
I'm surprised it works as well as it works.
I am. I got 750K up. Holy cow. We don't hear you at all now, Art.
Just switch it back to the way it was.
That sounds a little better.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still gargling though. That's interesting.
You just sound like you're overdriving the mic a little, Art.
Well, that's the reason I keep backing it down.
Yeah.
And when I back it down, you can't hear me.
I don't know. I think I'd rather hear you with it being overdriven just slightly than not hear you. But
Well, I'm going to get myself a boom mic and do it properly. Because if I have to teach again this fall, I need to have a reliable mic. What I'm using now is just the mic that's built into the camera.
yeah, those aren't great mics. They work, but they're not great.
If anybody's got a recommendation for a boom mic, let me know.
We use that, that ball mic there at the meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are really good mics. But I'm just using the mic that's built into the computer, so I'm probably not much better off than you are. I forget who makes that ball, Mike. See if I can dig that out real fast before time ends.
Really?
This is my speed.
Who's your provider?
Bell. I think it's Bell. Cincinnati
So is
Bell.
that-
Cincinnati Bell.
Is that fiber?
Yeah.
Did I really see 533 download?
Yes.
Holy crap.
This is and this is the device. This is a Google Wi-Fi or something. This is the router.
Leroy, you got a link for that?
No, it's called a snowball and it's made by Blue.
What?
Okay.
And you can kick it.
I think they're like $50.
Okay.
And
Looks like we're coming to the 2-minute warning here.
Yeah.
yeah,
2 minutes.
I just posted a link. Wow. It has definitely gone up in price, but I just posted a link to the company website. That is not the same one. That's not the same microphone. Oh, we're going to exit on watching birds, are we?
Yeah.
We can round up a hummingbird.
Well, we are watching Sweet Water.
Hey, Art, search
Yeah.
on Amazon for Blue.
Okay.
They
Well, I just brought up that link,
yeah,
but that's the company.
they're $50. I found it's the black version of the ball, but it's $50, and then they've got a bunch of them used for $40. So you can
Okay,
find
I'll
them.
take a look. Thanks.
Yeah, you can find them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it was there a minute ago. And it was gone. The cheap trick.
We're down to 19 seconds.
Okay, bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Say bye,
everybody.
Troy. Bye.
Drop by.
We'll see
Take
everybody
care.
next week.
Yeah, bye. See you.
Have a great week.
I'll be available.